Alfred, are you safe?
Yes, I'm barricaded in the Batcave. I heard gunshots, but then Harvey's men disabled the cameras.
I have to face Harvey as Bruce Wayne. Otherwise, he'll just keep killing people.
Perhaps going as Bruce could be an advantage. Even without the suit, you're a formidable opponent.
I should be able to keep Harvey talking long enough to get close. Then I'll make my move.
It may be your best chance. I'll be standing by if you need me.
So yeah, we're in Texas. But I can't. My paycheck is gonna be like fucked because we can't get work anymore since it's so fucking cold. I'm sure next week where hours should be better. But the last 3-4 days, I've only worked. I don't know how much I normally work, but this whole week, and we're at Friday now, I've only worked 8 hours. And normally, I think let's see, I have a receipt here somewhere. What does this one say? Is this the one from today? Just my luck that I find the one that's from today.
Gotham, where working people can raise their families. No fear of being...
This isn't from today. This is from February 10th, which was 2 days ago. And it says we only got 4 hours, so that's impressive. What's this one from?
Come on, Bruce. That joke
I keep the receipts every now and then.
I'm serious, Harvey. I'll fund your campaign completely.
Shit.
I've lived in Gotham my whole life, and I've
This
never
one,
seen an official I can believe.
Tell you. Oh, thank you, Bruce. I promise.
January 26th. I believe that fell on a Monday, so my hours that week were 5 hours, which already, since that's the beginning of the week, is pretty good. I can't find my other one. Oh, well, it's not. Wait, found one. I have a lot of these, apparently.
Lucky, but someone has to die.
Oh, this one is from today. Yep, the 8 hours.
Harvey!
So, yeah, but it says my normal, actually that's the one from today, so it's not going to be helpful.
Cyrus, get the drones online. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, I get employee clockout receipts, which is kind of cool. My usual is 18 hours, and I've only gotten 8, so that's 10 hours less. That's not good. So, ouch. Since the roads are so iced over, no one's coming to get food. And if no one's coming to get food, they can't keep me there because then they're paying more than they're gaining. Not really a good strategy.
Wait.
So either way, we really end up losing money in the long run.
I can't. I only ever wanted to help Gotham.
So everyone's been getting sent home
I can't stop.
after so long without people coming into the restaurant, which is usually half an hour to an hour. But hey, at the very least, I have a lot of free time now, a lot more free time. And normally, I don't get to take a hammer to a bunch of ice. I started, dude, my trash can was fucking frozen, and I dropped it, and I couldn't pick it up because it had frozen to the ground. It was really weird. It was heavy, it was hard to pick up because the handles were, whatever, so it was frozen to the ground. And then the wheels were stuck, so I went and got a mallet and started fucking going ham on it, and I unfroze it. I fucking hammered it back to room temperature, biatch. And so now I've been fighting a carpet. There's a carpet outside, and it got rained on, and then the carpet froze. So, I've been going to war with the carpet.
You're right.
And trying to unfreeze it, but the carpet proves to be a bit more tricky. I think the ice is inside of it because the water is inside of it when it froze. It's not just on top of it, it's inside of it. It's inside the little threads. So, problem. Problem spotted. Problem detected. But hey, I get to take a mallet to it and break off a bunch of ice. There's like 4 pounds of ice on it, dude. That's not, it wasn't too heavy to lift up, but Damn, that's it's a lot of ice.
You're weak.
Yeesh.
Letting a coin
Yee
make
yee.
your decisions.
It's not weakness, Wayne. It's strength. To accept there's something bigger than me. Bigger than any of us. Unfortunate.
Now, Bruce!
Stay back!
Oh God, please don't. Harvey, no more.
No more? I'm just getting started. This is the only way to keep people in line.
Harvey, please! You called me here for a reason. Take me!
You were Harvey's friend, Wayne. He thought you'd save this city together. But he was a fool for believing in you!
I have given this a bit of thought. And I've been thinking about Marvel vs. Capcom 4 again. This is like a once a week thing I do. So it's not very often, it's just like once every 7 days.
Two-faced move.
I mean, you know, it's not very, you know what, I think I did this infrequently enough. I think I need to start doing these kind of videos every 15 seconds. It's gonna be kind of hard to get, like, to do a video in 15 seconds and then do another one immediately after. So, but I'm thinking about doing that, alright? So anyways,
Give me the coin.
I think all core mechanics and all core cast members, not all core cast members, all cast members should come back. So any character that's been in the series comes back, and then get some new characters.
Bruce,
And then
I don't know what to do. I can't decide.
do a
It's too much. I can't.
do a few characters and or bring back a new character, bring in a few new characters, and add in a story mode and stuff like that. That recaps everything. That recaps the entire series, basically.
Wherever they put me, whatever they do, I'll get out.
I think that's where you need. That's where it's at, bro. That's where the money's being made. It's where the cheese is being dipped right out of the. Where am I going with this?
I'm gonna get you help, Harvey. We will get you.
So, yeah. Without all that autistic speak, let's just get into it. Now, I think they should add a new style of gameplay, but I don't really know how to do that, or how they could do that. I think the only mechanic that needs to be dropped is the assist mechanic from the first Marvel vs. Capcom game. The assist mechanic in current Marvel vs. Capcom games, like 2 and 3 and stuff like that, that's good. The assist mechanic in the original Marvel vs. Capcom, I don't think they should really try to bring that back.
Lady Arkham hasn't forgotten you. Everything you love will burn.
But, like I said, all characters come back, and then they bring in a few new ones. Also, I want the roster to be the same amount of Marvel characters as there are Capcom characters, basically. And then I'm going to do 2 series that should bring in new characters for Capcom, and a bunch of new characters that should be brought in for Marvel. Still leaving room for Capcom to decide whatever they want to do. New characters for Marvel are probably... No, I'll do that last. So, Resident Evil should bring in some new characters to the series. I'm talking...
I'm losing patience, Maury. Are you expecting a hint? Give me an answer.
fuck.
Can't get in.
Jack Baker,
Front covered by gunmen.
Mia Winters,
They've got the back
and
barricaded with
Leon
Jack
Kennedy.
Baker.
Those three. That's
Should I
them's the
deploy when we're
ones.
inside? I'm relying on your eyes and ears. What's the best course of
Gear up. Make
And I'm not gonna go into too much of that, but that's where it's at, right? I think that's where it's at. Bringing in Evelyn could be really cool, but I don't really know how you do that.
No. I don't believe that's it.
But then,
I'll clear a path. Wait.
the next series that could bring in a few new characters
We're counting on you.
would be, I think. I actually think Street Fighter. Street Fighter could bring in R. Mika and Seth. That would be sick. Oh, and the guy from one of the Alpha games. He's got like a half red, half blue face. That would be
I'm a
cool.
little busy right now, but I'll see if I can fit you in.
And then I think.
Hostage. Shoot
Hold up, I got a text message. Y'all busy? Huh. Oh, okay, that's from Earl. I'll get back to him in a second. I think, I think Marvel should bring in, like, 5 new characters, for one particular franchise. And then,
clearly isn't using his head.
bring in 2 new characters from basically all over the place.
With pleasure.
So, for Fantastic Four, they should bring in Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, Ben Grimm, the Thing, and Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. And then for the 5th character, the Silver Surfer. Huzzah, dude. And then, and then the other 2 characters are, the other 2 characters from all over the place are Ant-Man, the Scott Lang version, and, I had someone in mind just a second ago.
Everyone's very impressed with you.
Vision. Yeah, Vision. More akin to the MCU version, not the comics version.
Impressed. Gotham's criminals have
That would be
become
sick.
zealots and thugs in cheap suits.
And then by all core mechanics, what I said there at the beginning, I mean the 3-on-3 tag system and the 2-on-2 Switch and Infinity Stone system.
Is the mask.
Except I think you should be able to have up to 2 Infinity Stones.
To broaden your spectrum.
There are moments in the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite story mode where you can do that, and it's so disappointing that that never got put into the
Completely at my mercy.
multiplayer. Imagine if I had the Reality and Space Stone. I could suck people in and then boom, fireball.
Oh, you have to be kidding.
Or maybe you could tie a character, instead of switching Infinity Stones,
Not smart enough.
you switch, instead of switching Infinity Stones with the, like, LS and shit, you, or L3,
How it was done back in the day.
you would do it with, by actually switching your character and shit. So you have Infinity Stones tied to your characters. So you do, you're playing as Wolverine, so you do the Berserker Barrage into Space Stone, and then you switch into, Nemesis. So you do your, you fire a rocket launcher and you do the punch, and then as they're flying away, you throw a fireball at them. It'd be fucking sick. And then let's go back to having all characters have, you know what, this might be a big ask, but all characters have like a special interaction with the Infinity Stones. How like,
There must be a weak
Wolverine in the first game could, what the fuck, Michael? I believe with the time, I'm gonna look it up real quick actually.
That's cheating.
Wolverine using the Power Stone
Because you're a man who follows
had,
code. Why would you save that
Hold
dirtbag's life?
on, let me read that
Or he
again.
made his money
Yes, I
running
was about to say
guns,
Berserker
trading off the
Barrage.
suffering of war.
Wolverine had Berserker Charge,
Justice.
which just basically let him hit like twice and shit. It was lit. So let's do that again if possible.
Justice.
And at the very least, if it's not, you give everyone
Either way,
like
you won't be the one to put me there.
default interactions with stones. So you can have Wolverine have Berserker Charge or Spider-Man have Mimic, but other characters like Nemesis might not have an interaction with the Infinity Stone that they could come up with or that they could program. So he has a default something like Nemesis, and if exposed to the Power Stone, Nemesis, Mega Man, characters that they don't have anything for have a default interaction where they still do something special. Maybe it's like just super armor or something.
Enough of this.
You know, bro. You know, bro.
You know how to scrap.
But yeah, the characters that I think should be
That's
added
not
into the
enough.
game are the
Let's see how
Fantastic
you do
Four,
with something a little more cerebral.
Ant-Man,
Better hurry, detective.
Vision,
Solve my puzzles.
Mia Winters,
Or people are gonna get
Jack
hurt.
Baker, Leonis
You
Kennedy,
can't let that happen.
Armika, Seth, and what's his fucking face? Gil. Gil's the name. I thought he was from Street Fighter Alpha. He's from Street Fighter 3. So yeah. And apparently it's not just his face that's red and blue. I don't know how I missed that part. So yeah. I guess I just hadn't been exposed to the character enough and I didn't remember him correctly. I didn't remember him. But yeah, that would be lit. That would be fucking sick. That would be fucking amazing. That'd be oh my god, should I take my money please? And yeah. Yeah.
You should have called us
Yeah.
before going in, Gordon.
Yeah.
After all, we're here to help.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you guys think of what I've said here? You agree or disagree with anything? You think that should be what happens? You even want a Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Or a 5, whatever they decide to call it. Infinite was not a numbered entry, so it could still be Marvel vs. Capcom 4. But we could just call it 5. But yeah, and I think it should have a story mode that recaps the series, basically. And I think they need to add a few more villains from each series. So, I've already given Jack Baker, Mia Winters. I know Mia's not a villain, but this version would be. And because technically Jack Baker isn't even a villain, then if you go by that logic. So just shut the fuck up. All right, shut the fuck up. I'm just joking. If you have a different opinion, it's fine. But then Gil. And I didn't really give any villains for any of the other ones, but yeah. Add in the Grim Reaper. Add in he's Marvel, by the way. Add in Carnage. Add in Whiplash. Stuff like that. I'm sure once it balances out, everyone will see it. I just thought that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 didn't have enough villains in it. And so that's how you fix that. Was it 3 or was it Infinite? I can't remember. But yeah. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And this is me signing out. Okay, so I made a Marvel vs. Capcom thing in my phone. A little, like, idea, Marvel vs. Capcom ideas. So, oh, fuck. I have to update this real quick. I fucked it up earlier. New characters. Boop. Wait, no. That's fine. So, under new characters for Wholly Original, I figured Marvel TV characters. Characters that are on TV currently and were on TV at some point. So, new characters. Wholly Original. Marvel. Scarlet Witch. And Quicksilver. Wanda and Pietro Maximoff. I think it would be fucking awesome if these guys were in the game. They could have some dialogue with Magneto. They could have some... Oh, by the way, this game, everything here is assuming that characters from... Every single character who have ever been in the game will be returning. Well, every single character that's been playable in the game will be returning. So assists even from like the first Marvel, all of that shit. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. They're pretty self-explanatory. Everyone knows that he's fast and she's weird. And then Quake, basically the same power set as Vibe, except she can't cross dimensions or see the future. Daredevil. Everyone knows who Daredevil is. The Man Without Fear. Matthew Murdock. It's just really shocking to me that he's never been put in the fucking game. He's referenced... Well, he was in the background, but that's not what I'm talking about here. Vision, hold on. Alright, so, let's see, where were we? Vision. I put Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and Vision here because they were on WandaVision, I'll be honest with you, but they're all characters that should be in here. Vision could be kind of a zoner, but also have a really good, like, defensive game. Ooh, defensive and zoning, I'm not really sure that's a good combination. Maybe I can make someone that can counter him, but I'm sure Capcom's got that, right? Wouldn't be impossible. I think Quicksilver might even counter him, or maybe even Scarlet Witch. Make her a defensive grappler, yeah. Or a grappling zoner. And then Vision's a defensive zoner, so. Capcom. Yeah, so 3 of these characters are from Resident Evil, and 2 of these characters are from Mega Man. So. Base from Mega Man and Base. Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2. I think Claire, I think Base is really cool. He's just like the Mega Man type character. You could do a lot with him. But Claire Redfield, you can just have her sort of mirror Chris's style. Like a mirror, like opposite, right? So, Chris has that really strong magnum. So Claire would have a move with a similar effect where she throws a knife. Or I guess that could be Leon, because Leon's the one who threw a knife. But, I think Claire should play similarly to Chris, but also be kind of the opposite. So Leon S. Kennedy, he can have the knife throw, whatever. But he just, like, kicks and grapples and stuff. But he still has a huge assortment of guns. Also, I just want to say this because it's not necessarily a gameplay thing. He has to have a laser sight on his gun. Just has to. That laser sight was in fucking everything. You could get a bow and arrow in that game and it had a laser sight. Jack Baker. Resident Evil 7. I think he could have like a... What the fuck? I think he could have like a really cool level up system. But like maybe he has more health and so he starts out really weak. And so ooh no, he could be like Arthur from Ghouls and Ghosts. You do a super and he gets a new weapon. Because, dude, Jack is fucking legendary. Hold on. And we're back. Jack Baker, he could totally level up. Maybe those could be his super moves. I don't know. He should have a cinematic... I want everyone to have a super... I want everyone to have a cinematic super move, by the way. Maybe that's too much to wish for, but I think if I were developing the game and I had knowledge of how to do that, which I don't, I would definitely do it to at least as many characters as reasonable. Because, dude, they deserve that. All characters deserve that, I think. It would be so sick if every character had one. You don't even have to, like, redo some of them. Well, you might have to redo some of them, but it'd be easy because you already have them. I did a suggestion for how Cyclops' level 3 would be. It was cool. It's him being the leader of the X-Men. So the X-Men that aren't in the game, well, he would call them out and they would assist during a super. So that would have been cool. The next character is Sting Chameleon. Yeah, I know, a weird one. But I just thought you could have him borrow moves from Mega Man and Base. While also borrowing from X and Zero. Not like as in like the moves that they programmed into the game, but Mega Man has all these moves in his games he can't use all of them. So if he's not going to use Cutman in Marvel vs. Capcom, you give Sting Chameleon Cutman's move. If Base isn't going to use the ability to aim, I guess you can give that to Sting Chameleon. X can charge his moves, so Sting Chameleon should be able to charge his moves. And Zero has so many moves over the years, I'm sure that they can find something for Sting Chameleon to do. Those are my 5 Marvel and my 5 Capcom. So now my reimagined Marvel characters. Captain America with Thor's hammer, based on Avengers Endgame. Tell me that would not be sick. Thor with Stormbreaker. Tell me that would not be sick. And then the reimagined Capcom characters. By the way, the original counterparts for these for the reimagined characters do not replace the classic characters. Captain America still has his shield, Thor still has his hammer. But now, you have the reimagined variants. So, you still have Nemesis, but now you have Nemesis Remake. You can give him a flamethrower, you can have the classic Nemesis do whatever, but you can have Remake Nemesis like represent all forms of Nemesis. And then Zero with upgradable moves. I'm not really sure what I meant by that when I wrote that down. I really should have clarified, but still, I'll think of something eventually. So now stages. The stage belonging to... Jess, stop farting. The stage belonging to Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver is Asteroid M. And if you do a... if you do something, I haven't decided how it would work, but if you do something to trigger a stage transition, Asteroid M becomes Genosha. The level for Quake is the Shield Helicarrier. There's no transition for that one. The level for Daredevil is Fisk Towers. Specifically from... Alright, hold on, guys. Fisk Towers is specifically the one from Marvel's Spider-Man. I think they should go with that design. It would be cool. And then it transitions into a hand hideout. By the way, I'm going with these Injustice style transitions, not just some, like, you blow up the stage and, it's not like the Dragon Ball FighterZ transitions. Those wouldn't make any sense. I'm talking about you actually get cutscenes and shit showing the transition. Then the level 4, The level for Vision is Avengers Tower, and it transitions to New York streets. Those are pretty obvious. I think the inside of Avengers Tower should be modeled after the MCU, but the streets should be modeled after Marvel Spider-Man once again. Right next to the tower. And then the Avengers Endgame final battle stage. That one is for the Thor and Captain America. There's no transition. Capcom. For base, you have the Cutman stage, which transitions into Wily Castle stage from Mega Man 2. For Leon and Claire, the RPD, it transitions to Zombie Sewers. For Jack Baker, the Baker Family Guest House transitions into Baker Family Main House. For Sting Chameleon, the Mega Man X intro stage. And then it transitions to Vile's stage. Not Vile's stage, where you fight Vile, where Zero dies. The Marvel and Capcom stages. I made some that are like really cool in concept, and they utilize both Marvel and Capcom assets. So the Mega Man Battle Network grid. I think there should be like a barrier on one side of it that is like yellow. Like a yellow orb. And then when you do the transition, it zooms in on the orb and reveals that it's actually the Mind Stone. And so then you go into Ultron's brain. Like, I know Vision is the one who has the Mind Stone, but it would be cool if, like, you found a way to go into Ultron's head or something like that. And so, yeah, I have ideas for that. So it starts out on the Mega Man Battle Network grid, and then it goes into Ultron's brain. So then the Spencer Mansion would transition into the X Mansion. The Danger Room would transition into a Capcom-themed Danger Room. Zombie-infested New York would transition into Zombie-infested Balrog stage from Street Fighter 2. And then here's something to get you hyped for the set pieces. Asteroid M would have Mystique and Gambit fighting in the background. Genosha would have Blob, Pyro, and a bunch of other mutants watching you fight. Shield Helicarrier would be exploding, crashing towards the ground, and you'd see Shield agents getting killed by the explosions. Fisk Towers would have Kingpin fighting Jessica Jones or Daredevil, depending on if Daredevil is in the game. Depending on if you're playing as Daredevil. The Hand Hideout would have Iron Fist, Luke Cage, or if you're playing as Iron Fist, it would have Luke Cage in the background fighting the ninjas. But if you're playing as someone else, it would have Luke Cage and Iron Fist fighting. If Daredevil is in play, wait. Oh yeah, Daredevil would also be fighting in the background, so you'd have the Trinity, I guess. I should put Jessica Jones in there too. I didn't think about that. So, Avengers Tower has Ultron bots flying around, unless Sigma is in play. In which case, it would have Sigma, or it would have like Sigma's army flying around. New York would have Miles Morales. The New York streets would have Miles Morales taking out different enemies, unless Spider-Man is unused. Oh wait, unless Spider-Man is... There's some typos in this motherfucker. Unless Spider-Man is in use. Wait. Hold up. So if Spider-Man is in use, Miles will be fighting enemies by himself. But if Spider-Man is not in use, Miles will have Spider-Man fighting with him. The in-game stage is an empty battlefield, but if Iron Man, Captain America, or Thor, or Spider-Man are in play, the Avengers army is winning. If Thanos is in play, his army will start winning. And if both Thanos and an Avenger is in play, the armies will be evenly matched until one player which wins, which will trigger a different animation, something more like a cutscene. The Cutman stage has Cutman fighting a bunch of jobber robots. The Wily Castle Mega Man 2 stage has the Yellow Devil destroying Joker robot. Motherfucker, it autocorrected jobber. Jobber robots, or Mega Man, depending on if Mega Man is in play. RPD has Leon or Claire fighting zombies. If both Leon and Claire are in play, you will see Marvin make his last stand until Brad shows up and bites him. Zombie Sewers has Hunk killing zombies, but then getting killed by Mr. X. The Guest House is a static level, but has a lot of eerie music. So basically, certain levels would have music rather than set pieces. So nothing would be happening in the Guest House. And your character theme would not play over the eerie music. The Baker family main house has the Bakers watching the fight, and they will attack the losing player. Wait, no. I said no. I typed that wrong. So hold up again. They will attack the player who lost in a cutscene. Jack will not be present if he is in play. MMX, Mega Man X intro stage has the cars and giant robo-bees in the background. Vile Fight has Zero fighting Vile unless he is in play, in which case Vile will spectate the battle. Battle Network is static but has electronic music. Ultron's brain has a bunch of fights from comics and movies in the background. Not necessarily fights that he participated in, just, I thought it would be cool. It wouldn't show any footage from the movies, and it wouldn't show static images from the comics, but they would recreate that in the background. It'd be like the Magicant stage in Smash Bros. The pink clouds and the images in the background. The Spencer Mansion has all of the monsters and zombies from RE1 and 3 at random placements. The X Mansion has the X-Men and some other heroes fighting a bunch of supervillains, unless those guys are in play. Danger Room has 3 backgrounds, the usual techie BS for both of them, and then it has a forest environment with AIM agents, and the moon with Thanos killing heroes. The Capcom Danger Room, usual techie bullshit, like I said, then Suzaku Castle, and then a Raccoon City Park. After 25 seconds, the nuke comes down, and it loops the stage. The nuke does not hurt. The nuke is harmless. It's just a cool little detail I wanted to put in. The zombie-infested New York has Zombie Punisher, Zombie Wolverine, and Zombie Iron Man fighting, and then biting Sabretooth, Spider-Man, and Hulk. Then they become zombies and start fighting. The Zombie Balrog stage has Zombie Ryu, Zombie Bison, and Zombie Balrog fighting and then biting Mega Man, Wesker, and Chris. Obviously, Mega Man's not going to turn into a zombie. This is supposed to be all in different realities. It would be acknowledged in the story, so there would be no changes based on who is in play. Those are all my ideas. What do you guys think? I really like this draft. So yeah, all previous stages from the games will be in this game. All previous characters from the games would be in this game. And hopefully the story would recap the entire series while also telling its own story. I think that would be awesome. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments down below. I want some suggestions too. Then I'll make a follow-up video. Thanks. Bye.
Don't you guys watch horror movies? It's kind of sweet how they tried to save their friends. I mean, not so sweet I won't punch them, but...
Disable control. What's the situation in Colombia? APC Foxtrot reporting. In pursuit of escaped prisoners.
Look at all those guys who'd love to kill me. But I can't just let them spray bullets around Manhattan. So, if you guys stop wanting to kill me yet, hey, Spider-Man can hope.
So,
Sable's contained. Time to stop the convoy.
I was at work. You know, as you do when you're 16 or older. And, well, I was talking about stress and about nightmares. Because I couldn't think of anything else to make conversation with, right? I'm kind of socially fucking stupid, alright? Let's be real. I think most people nowadays are. I don't know why that is. I used to be introverted, but now I feel more comfortable around people. Sort of, mostly. I mean, not the last few days because everyone's on edge, but whatever. Anyways, so I'm like, well, I'm stressed out because my neighbor has a beehive that they don't want to do anything about. So she's like, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Which I said, yeah, well, good luck arresting the bees or taking them in as evidence. So either way, that doesn't really help me. And she really didn't have a response for that, but I was like, what are you gonna do? I mean, you can't get a warrant into their backyard. Yeah, they don't even go into their backyard anymore, and can you blame them? But like, what the fuck? What are you gonna do? Arrest the bees? You need evidence for a warrant. And I don't really think the situation calls for a warrant just yet. You can't really break into someone's house and get rid of bees. Maybe you can. Maybe you just need enough phone calls coming into the police department. So you can't gather evidence. Can't really arrest bees. Good luck with that. And how are you gonna you can pull up the hive and be like, yep, this is going into evidence. Like, what the fuck? Explain yourself. Explain yourself, But my mind is all over the place right now. I'm trying to come up with video ideas, but I'm like drained. So this little thing is all I have. WandaVision comes out in 2 days. I'm excited to see that. Episode 6. I hope there are 8 episodes. But I think there's just going to be 7. It'd be good if they found like a way to stretch this out into 23 minutes or 23 episodes, like regular TV, but that it didn't feel like it was being stretched out into 23 episodes. But that's fucking impossible. So 10 episodes is what we're getting. That's pretty cool. If we get a Batman miniseries though, seriously, like 11 episodes, please. Find a good story, or do 2 stories, and wrap it into one. One story naturally leads into the other. Like around episode 4, the first story is at its halfway point. And then the second story starts building up too. You have the holiday killer from Long Halloween. And then suddenly you're doing Court of Owls. You're like, oh shit, the holiday killer is actually a Talon. And then after they get rid of the holiday killer, the Long Halloween stops at around episode 8. And then they focus on the Court of Owls for like the rest of the episodes. Boom. Golden. WB, send the paycheck in the mail, please.
I am not saying that.
Or don't, but seriously, that would be fucking sick. Thank you. Not that anyone's listening. Except they made a mobile game called Marvel Future Revolution. And that was the Days of Future Past game I talked about a little while ago. DOFP. I made a video about it. I was working on that. And now I'm not. I don't know, it could be a coincidence. When good ideas are supposed to happen, they generally happen. Although, still very different from my game. It's just very fucking weird. There was no way that by the time my video got out, that they had just managed to put the game out, but they made it a mobile game. Mine would have been everywhere else, maybe. It could have been on mobile, fuck, I don't know, but... But, yeah, that's where life is at right now. I've been thinking about some other games I want to make, too, for, like, Marvel and DC and stuff. DC is kind of probably not going to happen. Marvel just licenses out games to, people with good reputations, I think. I don't really know what the criteria is. But they license out their games. WB mostly makes them in-house. So, I have a chance with Marvel. You know, maybe like 1 million to 3, if that's even a proper thing. I don't really know how that those calculations work, but it'd be marginally easier than winning the lottery. Now, if I were to excuse me, go to DC, it'd probably be 2 million to 4. I'd have to win the lottery twice. I'm just saying. Hey, but if I do win the lottery twice, I can hire a team. That TV show I'm working on, did I say anything about that already? Yeah, it was my Future Endeavors video, I think. Fuck, which one? I don't know. I'm working on like a low budget TV series, but the budget is gonna go through the fucking roof for just the fucking equipment that I need. Let alone the people to actually be in it. I think I'm just gonna get like 2 actors, like a bunch of extras that I only have to pay like $725 times 2. I'm blanking on the answer for that one. That's $1450. And then I need a prosthetics team for... We're cutting that part because I just gave it away. I fucking just gave it away. It's fine. People will probably forget about this. Yeah, no, I'm gonna cut that. Yeah, this whole thing is a mystery. It's about a mystery. I need to keep the mystery alive. So I shouldn't probably say too much. It wasn't like about mystery initially, but now I've rewritten the first episode to match that, and I hadn't worked on the second episode yet. I have writer's block on like everything I'm doing. I get like halfway, and then I fucking lose it. I don't know what the deal is. So I'm gonna go and read a bunch of comic books. That should help me figure it out. Not that I necessarily rip off comic books. I mean, these are all original ideas, except for Days of Future Past, but that's an expansion on someone else's idea, and I'm taking liberties, so it's mostly my idea. But the foundation was someone else's work, which they will be credited, of course, if that ever happens. But the zombie thing, that's inspired by a video game that I shouldn't go into too much detail on, to keep the mystery alive. But it's not based on a video game. A lot of the core ideas from it will, you can think of it as like, not really a ripoff or a dollar store version. I don't know what do they call it? A homage to that shit, right? I will say, not that anyone's listening, again, fake it till you make it, that, I mean, I do have 100 people, but my views don't represent that, so I still haven't made that 100 subscriber video that I wanted to do. But this TV show, not TV show, well, it doesn't have, I'm gonna make everything, and then, maybe I shouldn't make everything. No, I'm gonna make everything, and then see if a TV, or if a company wants to take it or something. Yeah, so I'll get the budget together, because I'm like, dude, I want to put it on YouTube, but I kind of don't. I want to get a return on my investment. And also, if I put it on YouTube, that kind of devalues the whole thing. I could give it to Netflix. Or Disney. Nah, Disney doesn't want it. But, yeah, I need to find someone who would want to take it. And then I need to figure out who wants to make it. Who wants to make it. How I'm going to make it. I know who wants to make it. That would be me. Thank you very much. I already done scripted out the whole first fucking episode. They need to find actors. I may have to add some scenes that aren't in the script. Just to see what flows better. And maybe make the characters pop out more. Which is hard to do in 15-minute episodes, but that's all the budget calls for. Dude, the budget's gonna be like $44,000, and that's not much. I don't have $44,000. Indeed. So yeah. Suppose I could crowdsource the thing, but I need some sort of proof of concept. We shall see. You guys let me know what I should do about this, because this is going to be a lot. I'm not wanting donations. That's not what I'm saying here. I think I'm just going to fund it with my work money, but that's going to take forever on minimum wage. Dude, took me 4 months to get a PlayStation 4. So, fuck. Yeah. Y'all hearing that? Apparently it's shenanigans in the next room over, but yeah, it's not captured on the audio, so don't bother looking for it. Yeah, the show though, 4 episodes, each 15 minutes, a quarter hour. So it'll make up a full hour. That's all the budget calls for. But yeah, I'm thinking like a real mini series, like a really mini series. I don't know, even maybe I should just release it as a movie. Because now the more I'm thinking about it, if I need to put it somewhere, it's not going to be able to go up on... No, I think 15 minutes will be fine. I just gotta spread the episodes out. I think all the episodes would come out in the same week. You have one on Monday, you have one on Wednesday, one on Friday, and then one on Sunday. Yeah, so I gotta figure out the whole game plan with that. You guys let me know what you think, and we'll see what happens. I really hope this happens, but I don't know. I'm thinking it'll be easy just to... Yeah. So I have some games that I want to do. Several Marvel, several DC, but beyond that, I have more realistic goals. By no means am I just going to give up on the Marvel and DC stuff, but if that doesn't happen, I have stuff that I can do right off the bat. I'm going to be making a turn-based RPG, hopefully, and a beat-em-up style game, hopefully. Just something I can use like pixel art, stuff like that, and in the turn-based game, I'm just gonna say it's got awesome elements that I think will be really cool. Gameplay-wise, I haven't thought of anything yet, but I mean it's a turn-based RPG. I can do something cool with it, but the story is gonna make really good, I hope, and certain things outside of combat are gonna be really cool, hopefully. Maybe I can throw in some puzzles too, some Resident Evil style puzzles. Well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and signing out. Bye.
Go for broke. Fight! First attack. Air combo. Don't get so tough. Beautiful. Ranger. Down. You trying? Level 2.